It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Automatic first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Lance on the bootleg.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Throwing now is Lance.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Touchdown! Mike Evans. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Ryan Succop for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Lance going to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
Complete to Washington. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over in back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Brady's throw taken in by Miller.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
Finding Miller once more, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brady now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Completion left side to Miller. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
On first down, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 6 yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, Sermon.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Lance looking to throw it.
And it's incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
And it'll bring up 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And now where will the side judge stop his clock? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Here's Brady to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
Room here to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Now a handoff. Sermon.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Here's Lance.
And this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Now the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense.
Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. To throw again on second down. Brady. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
They can't stop
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw.
On the right side, this is Miller.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To try again after the sack. Brady.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. It's Miller, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground.
2nd and 10.
Now Brady again. It's complete. It's Miller. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've hit half. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call of the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah, Coach. Hey, that goes for the announcers, too. No AC in this booth, so we've got a mash unit of empty water bottles up here as well.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
On 2nd down, it's Vaughn.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Keyshawn Vaughn,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Brady will look to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Lance to throw it.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Brady. He completes it to Evans. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Brady gives this one to Vaughn.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Flush to his right. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Jones. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch, however, it's 4th down. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. Lance now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A big third down play there for the Niners. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
And Lance now to throw.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Throwing again on second down. Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, here's Sermon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with fourth down coming up.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? Just got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
His third rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Niners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They're going to try and run for it. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The Bucs ready to take over once again. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Brady.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
On the run is Vaughn.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 8.
Now Brady. That's going to be caught. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
They'll look to run with Vaughn.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Keyshawn Vaughn.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. So Lance and the Niners
down by 9. A little under 1:50 remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Lance now on 1st down. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
And Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. but he could not pull it in.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you can probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter